Hey, let's talk interest rates.
The Federal Reserve raised interest rates for the first time since 2018.
Interest rates are going up. How does this affect us? Should I still buy? Do I need to wait for it to come back down? Hey, I'm Dyal with the real estate firm, answering a couple of questions right now about interest rates. Some people are getting a little freaked out that the interest rates have actually went over 5% right now. So first, let's get into it. Our interest rates for the last 10 years have been exceptional. So interest rates go up and down, they fluctuate. Right now, they have fluctuated up to about 5%. Now, it's the feds that are increasing this. They claim that the reason is that they're trying to slow down inflation. The prices of homes have went up so fast and the inventory is so low, they're trying to slow that upward rise that's ultimately increasing all types of things. It's increasing rent, mortgages, everything around it is getting affected. So it's important that they try to pull that down, and they have the power to do so, and they use interest rates in order to do that, and that's what we're seeing right now.
November was more than $400,000 and more than $350,000 for existing homes.
Now, some people have asked me, do I wait? The interest rates aren't good right now, so do I wait to buy a home until the interest rates go back down? Honestly, I don't think they're gonna go back down for quite some time. I think that it's really possible that we're gonna see 7 before too long. Maybe by the end of the year, the end of next year, I believe that we will see 7. Historically, we are lower than ever. In 1981, the average interest rate was 18%. And then it slowly went back down. You know, it wasn't, when you're looking at 2003, it would have been common to pay 7-8% for financing. In fact, in order to try to get cheaper financing, people in 2000s were looking into ARM loans, adjustable rate mortgage loans, to try to capitalize on those smaller rates. 5% is still historically a low interest rate. So if you got friends that are kind of giving the buzz that they got 2.86% or something last year, great, good for them. If they got, that's because of the pandemic. And if you were seeing a 3.5% and you got in for 3%, wonderful, good job. But if you didn't, don't fret. 5% is still not bad. It's not a bad interest rate whatsoever. And that's a 30-year. Now, if you do a 15-year fixed rate, you might be looking at a 4% interest rate. So if you want to save a little bit of interest, pay it off quicker, get a 15-year note. I personally recommend a 30-year. I kind of disagree with what Dave Ramsey says on that. Get a 30-year, figure out what your 15-year payment would be, and simply mail in a 15-year payment. And that way you got the cushion if you ever don't have it. And I hope that you call me, Dave. I got a couple other things to talk about. Now, interest rates at 5%, I think it's still pretty good. So go ahead and grab it before it's a 7%. Sellers, if you're selling in this market, it's gonna slow down a little bit. That's their whole point. This is strategy. We are gonna see the market start to slow down. Now, you naysayers that think that it's gonna collapse because you remember what was happening in 2007, 2008, maybe you didn't fully understand what was happening in 2007 and 2008. That issue, that bubble, I've seen this before. It's a bubble. It's gonna collapse. That bubble happened because of mortgage lending issues, including fraud. They were giving loans to people that did not deserve them. I'm sorry, I hate to say the word deserve, but they were not credit worthy.
When you hear these price increase numbers, it's very easy to take ourselves back to the mid-2000s and freak ourselves out. Because if you look at that period of time, there were people getting loans with no income, no documentation, huge amount of borrowed money to bet on the housing market.
This isn't because they were bad people, it's just that all their data showed that they couldn't make the payments that they were about to take on, and yet lenders were going out, giving these people loans and then selling those loans, and it created a mortgage crisis. We had lots of inventory at that time. Right now, we actually have a lot stricter requirements for getting a loan. You've got to have a certain credit score. You got to have 2 years tax returns. You got to have all these other things in order to meet those requirements, but yet we have no inventory.
That are for sale. That inventory is down 13.3% from a year ago.
Our market has 8,000 real estate agents, and right now there's 1,100 homes. 1,100 homes! on the market. Hello? There's no inventory. So it's supply and demand. This is very different than what happened in 2000's crash. Supply and demand is what's creating this issue. So interest rates, they're trying to use these things to push it back down. I don't think that it's going to pop. At least it's not going to pop anytime soon. What I am expecting is that it's going to level off. You might even see a decrease in homes, but it's not going to be a pop. Meaning, if a house right now is worth $500, people are putting it on the market for $550 to see what happens. If home values start decreasing, that $550 house that's on the market will start doing a reduction, and it will end up at $510 or $500. So it's going to look like the market's going down, but it's not. It's simply stabilizing, and that's what I'm expecting. Now, of course, if that goes bad, you'll have this video. You can put it down in the comments and go, "Nana, boo-boo, you were wrong." Well, I've been wrong before. My wife tells me all the time. So I don't think we're expecting a pop. I think 5% is good. In fact, go ahead and get it before you get your 7. Now, if you're a seller, sell in this market. Take advantage of this situation. Don't miss out on another good selling market because it is going to slow down. So if you need help with that, call me. Otherwise, call somebody out there. So if you like this video, like it. Make a comment below. Tell me what you like. Tell me what video you would like to see next. Tell me if you have any questions you want me to answer in a video. Click the subscribe button. It really helps me out. And the little bell, if you click that button, it will notify you whenever I make my next video.